So we're working on converting angles that are in degrees to radians and that are in radians to degrees. Let's look at these first two in which we are supposed to convert from degrees to radians. When we set up our proportion, we're going to have degrees on the top and radians on the bottom. Well, we know that in this case we have 60.7 degrees, but 180 degrees is pi radians. So on our calculator, we're going to press pi, or 60.7 times pi divided by 180, and we get 1.06. We need 3 sig figs. For the next one, 45 degrees 17 minutes, we follow the same procedure. 45 degrees 17 minutes to radians. The difference this time, our calculator, we're going to press 45, and then we have to go to second angle degrees, which is number 1, 17 minutes, which is number 2, times pi, and pi on this calculator is second to the key, times pi divided by 180 is 0.79003 4 sig figs, because I think this is 4 sig figs. I'd accept 3 sig figs though, because I'm not real sure that that's necessarily right or not. Next one. Now we're going to go from revolutions to radians. Well, revolutions we'll have on top, radians we'll have on the bottom. 1 revolution is 2 pi radians, so 0.5603 revolutions. We'll take that times pi, .5603 times 2 pi, excuse me, and we'll get 3.520 radians, which seems to make sense because it's a little over half a revolution, and half a revolution is pi, which is 3.14, so that kind of makes sense. 1.025 revolutions, so times 2 pi is 1. So on our calculator, 1.025 times 2 times pi, and since 2 pi is a little bit more than 6, 6.440 makes sense as the size in revolutions. Number 5, convert radians to revolutions. So now we're going the other way around. So 2.308 radians when 2 pi radians is 1 revolution. So we want to know how many revolutions this would be. So it'll be 2.308 divided by 180. parentheses 2 times pi, and we get 0.3673 revolutions. Next one, convert 235 degrees 47 minutes to revolutions. So this is degrees. There's 360 degrees in a circle. So one revolution is 360 degrees. We want to know how many revolutions this would be. So we take it and divide it by 360. Oops, wrong one. 235 degrees, which is number 1. 235 degrees, 47 minutes, which is number 2, and alpha plus, there we go, and we get 235, and divide that by 360 gives us 0.6550 revolutions. Next one, convert radians to decimal degrees. Ooh, this should be degrees. Convert radians to degrees. Here we go. So 4.013 radians is pi as 180. Those two are equal. We want to know how many degrees that is. So we take 4.013 times 180 divided by pi is 229.9 degrees. And then convert revolutions to decimal degrees. One revolution is 360 degrees. So 0.0642 revolutions is how many degrees? So we take 0.0642 times 360 is 23.1 degrees. Since it's 3 sig figs. Next one. Convert radians to degrees, minutes, seconds, rounded to the nearest second. Okay, so we're going to have that number of radians is in pi radians, as 180 degrees is, so we're going to multiply by 180 and divide by pi. Oops. Point 77156 times 180 divided by pi is, but we want that answer in degrees, minutes, seconds, and so we'll get 44 degrees, 12 minutes, 26 seconds. And convert revolutions to degrees. Oops. Convert revolutions to degrees, minutes, rounded to the nearest minute. So that many revolutions, and there's 100, oops, no there's not, there's 360 degrees in one revolution. We got that in the wrong spot. Here we go. One revolution is 360 degrees. So we'll take 0.4491 times 360. So that's how many degrees it is, and we want that in degrees, minutes, seconds, rounded to the nearest minute, which should be 161 degrees 40 minutes. And that is all of the problems on that worksheet.